got the notes. Good evening, everyone. All right, members of the media, are we ready? All right, good. Again, good evening. I'm Chief Jeffrey Madry. I'm the Chief of Patrol for the NYPD. Here with me is Chief Harrison, Commanding Officer, Patrol Borough, Brooklyn North. Chief Henderson, Executive Officer of Patrol Borough, Brooklyn North. Chief Gamaris, Detective Brooklyn North, Borough Commander. Inspector Rohan Griffin, the CO of the 75th Precinct. And Inspector Anthony Marino, the Commanding Officer of the Force Investigations Division. Again, this incident is relatively new. The information I'm going to provide is subject to change. It's only a few hours old, this investigation. But today at approximately 2:30 p.m., officers responded to the vicinity of 26 Court Street in the 84th Precinct. At this location, we had a 58-year-old female assaulted by a male, our suspect in this incident. He assaulted the female and he left the scene. Members from the 84th Precinct responded to the location. They conducted an investigation and they reached out to the 75th Precinct, providing the pedigree information of the suspect, the name, and also a photo, letting the members of the 75th Precinct know that he participated in a rather nasty assault. Our officers responded over here to this location, 202 New Lots Avenue. We had a lieutenant in uniform in a marked auto along with his operator, and we had another sector with two officers in uniform in a marked auto respond to the location. The lieutenant exits his vehicle. He sees the male suspect in question sitting on the steps. The lieutenant starts making entry into the residence and breaking the threshold of the driveway and onto the property. He calls the suspect out by name. At this point, our suspect gets up, and as he gets up, he grabs two knives. One was a machete, rather large machete, about 20 inches. The other one was a large butcher knife. And he has a knife in each hand, and he starts advancing on the lieutenant. The lieutenant gave multiple commands. No, put the knife down, put the knife down, put the knife down. As the male advanced on the lieutenant and got closer, the lieutenant discharged 2 rounds from his weapon, striking the male in the groin thigh area. The male goes down. The lieutenant immediately calls for an ambulance. The other officers there immediately handcuff the male, and then they immediately deploy a field trauma kit. They use quick clot to help stabilize his wounds and to make sure that he's okay. Ambulance responded. They removed the male to a local area hospital. Our officers were also removed to local area hospitals. We recovered at the scene the machete and the large butcher knife. And during the course of this investigation, we learned that prior to the male assaulting the female down in the 84th Precinct, the Court Street area, he assaulted one of his own family members. And just prior to police arrival, we learned that this male also threatened one of his neighbors with the machete. The injuries appear to be non-life-threatening, and he's receiving the treatment. And we ask anyone if they have any information, if there were any additional witnesses out here, anybody who may have been a victim or saw anything, to please reach out to the 75th Precinct or our Force Investigations Division. And this investigation will be continued by the Force Investigations Division. Our male, he does have prior criminal justice contact. At this time, he does appear to be on federal probation, and we're looking into exactly why he's on federal probation. At this time, I'll take any questions.
I'm going to start off with Mary Lynn Buckley's News 12.
Can you get a little bit more into the prior assault? You said that he had assaulted a family member. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yes. So prior to him going down to 26 Court Street, the 26 Court Street area, he assaulted one of his own family members. Not serious injuries, but there was an assault. When the male responds down to 26 Court Street, he assaults a female, 58-year-old female, She has some substantial injuries, contusions to the face, swelling to the face, pretty bad. And then prior to police arrival here, he threatened one of his neighbors with the machete.
Ida, NBC.
Yeah, just to elaborate on that, the woman, the 58-year-old woman who he assaulted, is this somebody who is known to him or like a random person on the street? And what was he doing at that location? And is this location where he lives? How does that all connect?
The lady's not random. He does know the lady. He was going down there to conduct some business, so he was supposed to meet the lady, and the assault occurred then.
And then, so does he live here?
Yes, the male does live here.
Gotcha. And he didn't use the weapons on the previous assault?
No, he didn't use the weapons of the previous assault. As I said, the uncle, the family member, he didn't use any weapons. The 58-year-old female, he didn't use any weapons. And he threatened a neighbor with the machete.
We're going to go over to Lucy Yang, ABC 7.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Chief. So your lieutenant prior to the shot, the man was shot in the thigh area. Was he shot twice or was that one bullet?
It's still under investigation. You know, the Force Investigations Division is at the hospital. They're talking to the medical personnel there, so we'll be able to give you an update with exactly how the injuries are. And in terms of the weapons, we'll provide pictures once the crime scene has been fully photoed.
Can you elaborate on this prior? Was it all violent?
It doesn't appear to be a violent crime, but it is. He is on federal probation for the crime. Again, Force Investigations Division, with the help of the detective squad, are trying to see exactly what that case was all about, and then we'll be able to provide you with an update.
All right. Anybody else with any other questions? We're good?
I'm sorry, did he
Yes.
say anything to the lieutenant who was approaching? Like
You know,
aggressive? Or?
Actually, I had an opportunity to watch body camera, so he was saying something, but I couldn't really hear exactly what he was saying. So I'm pretty sure Force Investigations during the course of the investigation will be able to figure out a little bit more.
Sonia Rincon, last question.
Hi.
Heard that the person who was assaulted was downtown Brooklyn as a mental health professional. Is that accurate? That he was seeking counseling?
He was going down there looking for help, but I want to let the investigation take course before they say exactly who the person was. We have to give it some time before we get that information out. Okay?
All right. Thank you, everyone.
You know what?
I just one more question. It struck me that the lieutenant hit him in the thigh. Was that intentional to protect his life?
I can't answer that. We didn't have a chance to speak to the lieutenant, but the lieutenant was being advanced on and was moving very quick, and the lieutenant had to protect himself and his officers. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you, everyone.